The psychology of decision making. Every day, we make thousands of decisions: what to eat, what to wear, whether to binge watch another episode or finally go to sleep. Some choices are easy, but others can feel impossible. Have you ever spent 20 minutes deciding what to order at a restaurant, only to regret your choice the moment the food arrives? They say indecision is the key to flexibility, but let's be honest, it's mostly the key to staring at a menu for way too long. Let's dive into the science of decision making and uncover what's really going on in our brains. The paradox of choice. Too many options can actually make decisions harder. This is why we sometimes feel overwhelmed in a grocery store all filled with dozens of brands of the same product. Analysis paralysis. Overthinking a decision can lead to not making a decision at all. Sometimes, our brains freeze up when faced with too much information. The default bias. People tend to go with the default option because it requires less effort. This is why most people don't change their internet provider or retirement plan settings. Confirmation bias. We tend to seek out information that confirms what we already believe, even if it's not the best decision. Decision fatigue. The more decisions we make in a day, the harder it becomes to make good choices. This is why judges give harsher sentences later in the day. The halo effect. Our brains assume that if one trait is good, everything else must be good too, like assuming someone is trustworthy just because they are attractive. The framing effect. The way a choice is presented influences our decision. For example, people are more likely to buy something that is 90% fat-free than something that is 10% fat. Sunk cost fallacy. We stick with bad decisions because we've already invested time, money, or effort, even when quitting would be smarter. Ever kept watching a terrible movie just because you were already an hour in? Loss aversion. Losing feels worse than winning feels good. That's why people often avoid risks, even when the rewards outweigh the potential loss. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The less we know about something, the more confident we feel in our decisions, until we actually learn more and realize how complex things are. The peak end rule. We remember experiences based on how they ended rather than the entire journey. This is why a vacation with one bad day at the end can feel like a bad trip overall. The 5-second rule, not about dropped food. Making a decision within 5 seconds can prevent overthinking and hesitation. If you hesitate too long, your brain starts creating doubts. Choice blindness. Sometimes, we don't even notice when our decisions have been changed. Studies show people can be tricked into defending a choice they didn't actually make. Decision making is influenced by a mix of psychology, emotions, and subconscious biases. By understanding these factors, we can make better choices and avoid common traps like overthinking, loss aversion, or falling for the default option. Next time you struggle with a decision, just remember, sometimes flipping a coin isn't the worst idea. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe for more.